Hey, what's up everybody? Shroomworks here with another episode of Let's Play Stellaris with the Tarassian Empire. We are still surveying the systems all around us. And we are going to build up some wormhole stations in these three systems as soon as we have the materials for this. And we are still researching. Won't take long for these two technologies to be finished, but this one is gonna take a little bit more than 3 years. 3.5. So yeah, while we are waiting on that, I've made a mod list that I'm gonna read now to tell you what is going to be used in this season. So first, we have the downscaled ships plus new ships types fixed for downscaled ships. Downscaled ships is simply a visual mod that scales down the ships. In the base game, corvettes and destroyers are more or less the same size, strangely enough. This mod fixes that. Ships have now a distinct size from each other. Corvettes are going to be smaller than destroyers, destroyers are going to be smaller than cruisers, and cruisers are naturally going to be smaller than battleships. The new ships types fix is merely for the new ships types, new ship classes and more mod to bring the new ships in line with the size of the others to make everything scale better and more realistic. Next is epic explosions. This simply enhances the explosions in the game, giving them a nice bluish fusion reactor explodey thingy color. It looks definitely better. Next is 2D Galaxy. Name says it all. No more systems that go up or down. Everything is nice and flat, and you can see better which system is in whose borders. Good. Next, 48 Empire colors, just a small expansion on the available colors for empires. Next is the Aryan German name list. I installed this to make sure the Fourth Reich is going to be the Fourth Reich. Good, then we have the cat and fox portrait dimorphism. If you remember...
Research complete.
Hang on, research complete. Let's get this one. No. Let's get this one. Yes. Cat portrait and fox portrait dimorphism. As you can see, we have the fox race, and the dimorphism simply makes it that you can actually distinguish between males and females with the cat and fox portraits. This one, for example, is a female, while this is a male. Definitely a difference here. And I think this is just something that should have been in the base game from the beginning, my opinion. Then we have color-coded population icons. We take a look at Felbus. Okay, no icons here, but I can give it one like this. And you can see it's unemployed, is now yellow.
System
Enslaved, for example, would be a blue icon. It simply makes it easier to discern between the different states of populations. So you are finished, yes? Then you can go into the next system and survey this. You are finished as well. Awesome. Next system, please. We have some more minerals here, so let's build up a mining station over here. And I'm gonna tell this ship to enter this orbit. Going to have the necessary resources very soon. Just 5 more, or 6. Good, next mod. Crystallis ship modules. Like in the last season, this is the mod that I absolutely love to use. It adds Crystallis modules for the ships, such as Crystallis infused shielding, armor, and Crystallis reactors. And one can never have too many reactors, right? Good. Next is... This is a name I really can't read all that great. But it's called CyberX Can's name lists. CyberX is of course strangely written. This name list gives us an assortment of real-world name lists and fantasy name lists. Real-world being, for example, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, German, English, and so on and so forth. It's a good thing to have, and since we have a lot of real-world nations in, that mod was an absolute must-have. Then we have Enhanced Galaxy Teal. Can you see this? It simply changes the color of the galaxy into a nice teal color. Then we have Expanded Core Worlds, which should actually be Expanded Core Systems. This gives us more systems to work with. Then we have Fallen Empire Surface Building. This allows us to upgrade level 5 buildings into Fallen Empire buildings, which give a little bit more bonus. But I didn't go overboard on this mod. I simply installed the version that only allows the construction on the home world. Then we have Faster Ship Upgrade. Simply what the name does, it allows ships to upgrade faster without having a fleet in orbit for the next 10 years and waiting for the upgrade. Then we have ISB standalone Doomsday weapons and ships. ISB stands for Improved Space Battles. And it's actually quite a big mod, but there are a few standalone mods that you can download. Doomsday weapons and ships is one of them. What this mod does is add 2 new ships, the Leviathan and Titan. They are supersized ships that absolutely kick ass, but they also cost a ton to maintain and of course to build. But the other thing it adds is Doomsday weapons such as a Death Star type, a Sun Crusher, and some surface weapons such as biological or nuclear. The Sun Crusher, for example, you send it to a sun and destroy it. The entire system, including the sun, is being destroyed. Every planet in it will be transformed into a lava planet, and the sun is being transformed into a pulsar. That way you can eradicate an entire system. The Avatar, or the Death Star, Stellaris Death Star, is exactly what the Death Star does. It destroys planets. Costs a ton to build and maintain, but oh boy, it's definitely worth it. Next we have Imperial German Portraits. I've downloaded this to make sure the Fourth Reich would actually be the Fourth Reich. Nothing goes over immersion and realism, right? Good, next is Improved Space Battles Graphics. This is another standalone add-on for the Improved Space Battle mod. It changes the graphics of the weapons and some ships. For example, the trails, or rather the engine exhaust for missiles will be brighter. Laser weapons are firing longer, or rather the effect is prolonged. Weapons are still doing the same damage regardless. It's merely a graphical add-on. but it's definitely one that should be in the game, in my opinion. Then we have larger sector name. It does exactly what the name says. It makes sector names more readable, or rather more easily readable. Otherwise they are far too small in the base game. Then we have National Emblem Pack. That's what I used for many of the nations to give them an appropriate emblem. Then we have Nazi emblems to make the Fourth Reich the Fourth Reich. Yes, I'm talking about the Fourth Reich a lot, but realism. Then we have new ship classes and more. That mod is simply a must-have in my opinion. It adds new ship classes such as the escort destroyer, battle cruisers, light carriers, dreadnoughts, flagships, science cruisers, and so on and so forth. All that goodness. Then we have Knights on Planets. That is merely an eye candy mod. I'm gonna show you real quick.
Anomaly found.
Yes, research. It simply improves the night lights on the far side of the planets, or rather the dark side of the planets. It's merely graphical, nothing much. Then we have no clustered stars. Something that should have been in the base game. Usually stars are very clustered. I had games where another empire would spawn right here. And yeah, I didn't like that. That's why uncongested start. Then we have no fleet cap. This allows us to build our fleet cap over the maximum of 1000. 1000 is the maximum for the base game. This simply changes it. Then we have no leader influence costs, because influence is going to be a valuable resource. Since the improved space battles, doomsday weapons and ships mod makes heavy use of influence. So we're gonna have to save that up, accumulate more and more so we can use these new thingies. And I'm gonna build a few corvettes here. Then we have remove foreign stations. Whenever you conquered a system, you usually would have stations in there that you don't want, such as wormhole stations or orbital watch posts for lesser civilizations. And yeah, you couldn't remove them. They were just an eyesore, they were just annoying. And remove foreign stations changes that. You can choose to remove every station, including those of your allies, or just remove stations from other empires that are not allied with you. Then we have riot add-ons. Despite its name, it adds merely new armor, shields, and reactors. Shields and reactors are something we can easily neglect, because they are not anything that special. Shields and armor, I mean, not the reactors, because there is one reactor in there that is going to be very useful for the larger ships, such as the dreadnoughts and the flagship, those ships that require a massive amount of energy to run. It adds a reactor that supplies 1000 energy to a ship, but is balanced in that it introduces some malices for these ships, such as a longer time for hyperspace jump and decreased sublight speed. So it's fairly balanced. Then, for the Soviet Union, I have the Soviet name list, all for the sake of immersion and realism. Then we have Stellar Energy Balanced. Stellar Energy is a mod that adds more resources to the systems. As you can see, we have a lot of energy in these systems. We have research and minerals. This is a good thing to have because the new ships and Death Star and Sun Crusher and Leviathans, etc., they are going to cost a ton to maintain. Which is, in my opinion, fairly balanced, but it also would require you to have a gigantic empire just to fuel them.
System survey.
And you don't always have the opportunity to create such a large empire. Even smaller empires can now field such ships, which is not a bad thing. It adds more life to the galaxy, right? Good. Next is Stellar Expansion. This is from the mod author of Thermal Expansion for Minecraft, and he adds new technologies and buildings. Then we have Stellar Embassies. This is a part of Stellar Expansion. This allows us to build embassies again. Embassies were removed in the 1.2 patch, I mean. And this simply adds it back. Then we have Stellar Homeworlds. As you can see, Phobos is a full 25 tile size planet. This makes sure every homeworld is the same size, 25 tiles. Gives us more to play with, more to expand, and so on and so forth. Of course, the AI does have 25 tiles as well. Then we have the Stellar Trails Disabler. Something I absolutely love. When you send a ship somewhere, usually you have a trail behind it, making it look absolutely ridiculous. Stellar Trails Disabler simply disables them. Then we have the Culture Name List. Culture series is, as I mentioned in the first episode, a series of books. I think it was 10 or 11 books. And it's somewhat of a sci-fi comedy. It is definitely a lot of fun to read these books. I've read one so far and I'm absolutely in love with it. And we have names such as Displacement Activity, Happy Idiot Talks, Someone Else's Problem, God Told Me to Do It, Germain Repost, and Transient Atmospheric Phenomenon. The ship classes, of course, are pretty funny as well, with the Zoologist for the construction ship, Steely Glint for the science ship, and I Blame My Mother for the transport ship. I love these names. Then we have TFW's ship parts. This adds new reactors, shields, and armor. Shields and armor are especially awesome for the late game.
Construction complete.
Then we have the Union Jack. Of course, we all know the Union Jack. It's Great Britain's flag. Then we have the UI overhaul 1080 pixels. This simply makes sure that the UI is actually adjusted to the resolution of 1920 by 1080. Then we have Real World Flags, which is also a mod I have used to make sure the nations that we are encountering in this Let's Play are going to be more realistic. Let's get... yeah, this one, why not? Oh, nice. This one will be finished in 1 month. Last mod is Advanced Buildings. As the name suggests, it adds more advanced buildings, and I can show you here right now. For example, the capacitor bank, energy storage, bioquarries, engineering campus, mining barracks, power relays, solar harvester, temporary shelter, thermal bore, and a few more. Okay, this one is finished. Let's get the frontier clinic next. Yes. And we are going to... we can't just yet. Too bad. Yeah, anyway. This is the mod list that I'm using for Season 2. And these mods are all compatible with each other. I made sure that they are, so we don't lose this save just like the other two. Imperium of Meowistar and Mushroom Kingdom were lost due to mod incompatibilities, etc. So this time we are not going to lose it. That's a good thing, in my opinion. Good. We need... What do we need now? Colony ships. Costs 194. So we should wait 1 more month. Then we can build our first colony ship. There we go. Gonna take a year to build it. And we're going to... this is going to take a little while longer. Which system shall we take first? I'd say... this one. 5 energy, 2 minerals, 2 research and engineering.
Research complete.
Okay, you're gonna build a wormhole station. You can see we can only place the wormhole station onto the rim of the system. Gonna build one here. Gonna colonize this planet. Deflectors, awesome. What next? Physics lab, why not? I'm gonna tell this guy to build a wormhole station in this system. Where's the planet? There it is. Put it down. And you are going to build one in this system. And we're gonna pop it down right here. Good. How is the... 10 days. Good. One day.
Construction
And
complete.
there it is. Determinist colony ship. Let's send it over to this planet and colonize. Where to put it? Let's say right here. Matter, why not? Oh, I love this ship set. It's so elegant. Most definitely elegant. I love it. An unidentified object. It's coming in.
Situation log updated.
Oh, crap.
Fleet.
That's an amoeba. But we should be able to take it. If it stays long enough. And who's running away? This guy is running away. You are not supposed to run away, you are supposed to colonize. Colonize, please. What was it called? Ah, yes. Come on. Matter was it called, right? Let's call it matter. Gonna tell our fleet to attack the stupid amoeba. Hopefully they will be fast enough. It's getting ready to jump again. Might not make it. Nope, not gonna make it. Where's it jumping to? All the way down there. I'm not gonna follow. Nope. Back to orbit, people. Good. This is going well. Wormhole is being opened. And onward you go. Colonize our first world. Let's speed up. First Tarassian colony. Awesome. It's gonna take 13 months to establish. During that time, you could build up another mining station right here. And you are finished, right? You can build a mining station right here. We do have the resources necessary, fortunately. This guy's building the wormhole station and it's finished. Back to the system then. Where is it? Right here. In the middle. Mining station. How much is gonna cost us? 45. Let's use it then. Upgraded already. I love it. But why are they different from this? I don't get it. There's only one Corvette class in there. Oh well. And we reached 30 minutes. I'd say we end it here. And I'm gonna see you in the next episode. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe for more videos in the future. I hope I see you next time. Until then, stay safe.